In this video, we want to solve a daily problem and similar problems in AMC 8. So let's consider problem 2 here. We want to solve this problem, and then we have related ideas, 3 related ideas, and hints are these. And similar problems. We want to solve similar problems of AMC 8. After solving main problem, we will try to solve, for example, AMC 8 2022, problem 18. Again, here we will work on related ideas first, hints, and similar problems, as you can see. Okay, if you wanted to solve more problems, you can use these similar problems. Here we have 3 similar problems, and you can use other features of my website. You can use USAML, USHAML. In this video, we want to work on area. In my next videos, we try to cover other ideas, and if you want to learn 40-50 important ideas in each topic, combinatorics, algebra, number theory, and geometry, feel free to send message to my WhatsApp number in the description. Okay, let's try our problem. Daily problem again. Problem 2. Okay, we want to calculate this area. I told you related ideas are area, symmetry, complement rule, and let's work on hints first. Subtract 2 parts of circles from the triangle. Look, we have these 2 parts, and by symmetry you can say this part, one part equal to the other part. Let me show you the solution. Okay, let's write the solution here. Okay, in this problem, by symmetry, you can say this area equals this area. Okay, so if we consider first this triangle, the area is what? 20 times 10 over 2. Now, we should subtract this part and this part, because this, for example, let's write it 1, 2. We should subtract area 1 and area 2, minus A1 minus A2. We call this region 3, so we know A1 equals A3, so we can say 20 times 10 over 2 instead of A1, because A1 equals A3. We replace A1 with A3 minus A3 minus A2. This part will be a complete circle. We can say 20 times 10, 200 over 2, 100 minus A2 plus A3. A2 plus A3 is area of this triangle, and area of this square. Area of square is pi r squared. So it will be 100 minus pi r squared. So we should find the radius of this circle. Let's see how we can find this area. If we connect this point to this point, we know the diagonal passes through this point, common point by symmetry. It is 20. So this point is the midpoint here, because you can connect these 2 parts and you will see, okay, this one is radius here, this one is also radius, this one radius, this one radius. So it is 10, so our radius is what? 5, because 2r is 10. So pi r squared is what? It's 100 minus pi times 5 squared, which is 25 pi. So the answer is this. Now let's try our similar problem here. Problem 18 is harder. You can also check other problems. It says what? 2022 AMC 8 problem 18. The midpoints of the 4 sides of a rectangle are negative 3, 0, 2, 0, 5, 0, and 0, 4. What is the area of the rectangle? 20, 25, 40, 50, 80. Okay. Related ideas are what? Distance between 2 points formula and area. And hint is what? This is our hint. So pause the video and try to calculate first on your own. Okay, let me explain this problem. We know midpoints of the 4 sides of a rectangle. Okay, so suppose, for example, we have a rectangle like this. And suppose we have all midpoints. Okay, this one, this one, this one, and this one. It says what is the area of the rectangle. So if we connect these things, if we have midpoints, For example, suppose this is M1, M2, M3, and M4. It is M1, M2, M3, M4. It wants area of rectangle. Area of rectangle is what? Is this times this. Okay? Now, if you draw diagonals of this rhombus, or when we connect midpoints, or we don't need to say this. If you consider midpoints, this one equals this one equals this one. So we know it is 90 degree, 90 degree. And also we don't need to draw these lines. Let me see, can I remove? Yes. But we can prove M1, M2, M3, M4. It will be a rhombus if we connect midpoint. And in general, in any, let me write it as homework. If you have a quadrilateral ABCD and you connect midpoints, it is, for example, ABCD, and it is M, for example, P and K. M, P, and K is parallelogram. Okay? Parallelogram. You can prove it as homework, and if you have question, you can send message to my WhatsApp number. Okay, now we are working. For example, when we have area is what? Area of rectangle is obvious, it's this times this. So M1, M2 is this side, M1, M3. And M2, M4 is length of this equal to this side. Okay, so if we find distance between M1 and M3 and M2 and M4, then we can calculate area of this triangle, area of this rectangle. So how can we find distance of M1, M3? If we have 2 points, for example, suppose P and Q. This is important in coordinate geometry. If you want to know the distance between P and Q, you can draw this. And suppose coordinates are what? X1, Y1, X2, Y2. So this length is absolute. For example, here x2 minus x1, but in general, absolute value of x2 minus x1. This one is y2 minus y1. So if we consider this distance d by Pythagorean theorem, it is x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Okay. So distance is the square root of this. And let me tell you something. It's not important. It's x2 minus x1, x1 minus x2. Why? Because we consider x2 minus x1 squared, so the sign is not important. Square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Okay. Now, let's calculate m1, m3. It is square root of. Coordinates of m1 is what? Negative 3, 0. m2 is what? 2, 0. Okay. For example, we have rotation here. The figure is not exactly correct, but in general, rotation. And the figure is this, negative 3, 0, 2, 0, 5, 4, and 0, 4. Okay. So negative 3, 0 is opposite to which one? To 5, 4. So the distance is what? Negative 3. Or we can say this minus this one. 5 minus minus 3, 5 plus 3 squared, plus 4 minus 0, 4 minus 0 squared. So 5 plus 3 is what? Is 8. 8 squared 64 plus 16. It's what? 70 square root of 80. And if you consider m2, m4, it is equal to square root of 2 minus 0, 2 squared, plus 0 minus 4 squared. So it will be what? 4 plus 16, which is root 20. Now we want to calculate area of this rectangle. It will be what? Root 80 times root 20 equals root 1600 equals what? Equals 40. It has also other solutions, but this one is okay. Let me tell you something about areas. Area of, for example, circle is pi r pi area of this pi r squared. Area of sphere is 4 pi r squared. Area of, for example, what can we say? Area of rectangle square is easy. Area of trapezoid is what? Area of parallelogram is what? Area of, let's write, rectangle is what? Area of square is what? We have different formulas for area of triangle. Let me tell you some of them here. For example, this one. If we have a triangle ABC, we have different formulas. Consider it is A, it is B, it is C. One formula is base area times altitude times base over 2. For example, in this figure, we can say it is equal to AD times A or BC over 2. First one. Second one is 1/2 times BC sine A, if you know sine A. Another one, which we call it Heron's formula. We call S equals semi-perimeter A plus B plus C over 2, so you can say area. Sometimes you have only all three sides. Then you should use Heron's formula. S times S minus A times S minus B times S minus C. Okay. Area of parallelogram, if for example we have a parallelogram like, let me move it, this part. Let me draw trapezoid first. Let me draw parallelogram. Let me draw rectangle, square, and and also area of a quadrilateral. General quadrilateral is what? Okay. So for this part, you say it is x, it is y. You can draw altitude. Also here you can draw altitude. Suppose here altitude is h. Here also we can call this one h, this one x. For this part, trapezoid is h times x plus y over 2. For parallelogram, it is h times x because you can consider divide to two triangles, each of them h times x over 2. Area of rectangle is a times b. Area of square is a squared. And let me tell the area of quadrilateral, general quadrilateral. You can draw this one, this one, this one. It is, for example, area of rhombus is a special case of this. You can draw two diagonals. You can say it is A, B, C, D. And suppose this angle is alpha. Area is 1/2 times AC times BD times sine alpha. Okay. For example, a special case is what when we have rhombus. Sine alpha, sine 90 is 1. So it will be area is 1/2 times AC times BD. Product of diagonals over 2. Okay. As I said before, if you wanted to learn more ideas, 40, 50 important ideas, feel free to send message to my WhatsApp number and try homeworks, try similar problems that I told you. Here we have 3 similar problems. 2023 AMC 8 problem 12, problem 19, and 2022. This one is so much simple. Problem 1. Try these homeworks and let me know if you had any question. Okay, thanks for watching this video. Have a good day. Bye.